Okay guys, big day. We're fixing to get rolling here this morning. I just wanted to show you, this is the aluminum that we sent out to Shine a Truck. Fernando over at Shine a Truck did a killer job. That aluminum was pretty rough, but they were able to sand it out, polish it out. Looks amazing. It's fixing to be really cool to put back on that truck, so pretty excited about all that. It's gonna look killer. And then I sent my dad out there yesterday to take care of all that. He's also able to go get the drive lines picked up. Debbie over at Arizona Drive Shaft, she does all of our drive lines. They do a great job. They've been doing drive shafts for years, and everything they've ever done for us was spot on, perfectly balanced, go right in. So anyway, big thanks to Debbie at Arizona Drive Shaft and Fernando at Shine a Truck. You get to Eloy, he's right next to Little Sisters, or at the Little Sisters. Killer job. So about ready to see this stuff on the truck. We're fixing to get back inside the shop now, and plan today is get stuff ready for sandblast. So if we can get to sandblast today, we'll be killing it. So we'll try to get to sandblast. If we can get sandblast done, we'll be at paint, and once the paint's on it, man, it can start looking like a truck again. So that's what we're hoping for. So we'll see what we can do.
Now you got to want this life. You've got to want it all the way to your bones.
I want you to build that one line to from the air governor, and then go straight to the tranny. Get the air line built for that transmixer. Will you can get started. Go try to pull that oil cooler, transmission oil cooler, and we'll try to get that hooked up real quick because I want to put oil in that. Did we need any other plates? Walk-off plates? It's got everything. Just the tranny.
Just trying to.
And set the shifter in it?
Yeah.
What do you know about a boot?
About a shift boot? We should have a brand new one from the white truck.
Yeah. Did we not use it?
It's the circle one. Yeah.
Driven human beings are going to always feel like they're behind. They're going to always feel like they're not doing good enough. They're all going to always feel like you're losing. 90% of the time, you're going to feel like you're getting your balls kicked in. 8% of the time, you're going to be confused and you're frustrated. 2% of the time, you actually win. And those moments come and go, and then you're back in the 90%. And that's the reality of a winner's life. People don't understand that. They think it's all about cruising around in a cool car, having a free and happy and easy and go-lucky life. And that's not reality, because true winners are built for the fucking fight. They're built for the battle.
We are so close to sandblast, it's not even funny. We're trying to get this thing done. We're gonna roll it straight back and sandblast it right here. But before we go to sandblast, we wanna make sure that everything is, anything that could get sand in it is plugged off or hooked up. In our case, our suspension, our cutoff had, it was a complete cutoff. And so it had all the air valves, front, back, the hoses that went to the brake cans and everything. The cool part about that is if you keep track of all your stuff, I mean, it has leveler valves. If you keep track of all your stuff and where it all went, you can actually just lay it out like a blueprint and set it back into your frame and hook everything up. So we're gonna mount all this stuff, run it all, hook it in so that we don't get sand in our brake chambers, stuff like that. And then we can always come back and change those pretty easy. But for example, this thing's got, Tatum's being so noisy. This thing's got those awesome little mounts for your little hangers for your brake hoses. Really cool. And man, if you can just bolt them right in there, it makes your life really easy later down the road. Tayden's got these ones all plumbed in, wired, mounted. And they look perfect. So we're gonna get all that hooked up before we go to sandblast so that we can hopefully not ruin all that stuff while we're sandblasting, and then all of our hoses can get painted and look good. Anyway, we're stinking close to sandblast. We've got the truck pretty well cleaned out underneath, and yeah, we got the bumper off. We're about there. Before we could sandblast, there was a handful of things we really needed to do. One of which, this window wouldn't roll down. And so we actually broke that door down, rebuilt the whole door, the insides, all new rubber latches, window channel. And man, sure is nice now. So anyway, we're gonna knock this out real quick. Hopefully be sandblasting in the next hour.
Hour and a half.
Sandblast in the next hour. Roll it back in here, clean it up, start doing some body work. I don't know. What do you guys think? Might turn into one of those midnight kind of days. When we get in this mode where we're like so close to paint, we'll get done with something like 10 o'clock at night, and that's where everybody's tired, and then somebody will open up a can of paint, and then we're all in here getting high on fumes till midnight to get some paint down. But we'll see what the night turns into. And gosh dang, it'd be so cool to get some paint on this thing. Then we can start doing cool stuff. So we're getting close.
Burn it down, baby.
Truck is out of the shop for the first time in 10 days or whatever it's been since we pulled it in there. 10 days?
Like 11.
Anyway, first time truck's been out of the shop, you get an idea what the wheelbase looks like. And that brown, as dirty as it is now, but man, looks killer. We just got done sandblasting. If you've never sandblasted a truck, congratulations in whatever you're doing as a career, because it's better than that. There's probably worse things than sandblasting, in all honesty. I just can't think of a single one right now. So that is a painful, miserable job. But anyway, this whole paint, it just blew right off. But you can see how clean our aluminum is. Yeah, it looks great. All the way down the frame. That was our first look of the truck outside of the shop. Wheelbase looks perfect. So yeah, it looks great. We're fixing to get started on the we're gonna get started start doing some body work on this and try to get some primer shot on it. And if Tayden can find enough energy drinks, then maybe we'll shoot color too. I don't know. A long night because the guys talked me into sticking around.
Talked you into it. That was your idea.
No, the problem with this shop is these guys are enablers. That is their problem. They are enablers. I will have a terrible idea and there's nobody here to tell me, no, that is a terrible idea. These guys, all of them, they will just say, yeah, that's awesome, let's do it. And then here we are in the middle of the night, sanding and priming and painting, and everybody's tired, but we all thought it was gonna be a good idea, so we follow through. So, here in about 2 hours, when you guys are all tired, just remember, you're enablers. We got it sandblasted. We got putty. We are body working the frame. So this stuff it's a 2-part icing. It's like a little thicker than a glazing putty, but
Finishing putty.
yeah, it's a finishing putty. It's not as thick of a compound as Bondo, and it sands a lot easier. It sets up fast, sands a lot easier, which the frame came out really good. That aluminum is real pretty, but we're gonna smooth up some of the places where we had welded and stuff, but it just gives it a real smooth, nice finish. And Tayden's got a new toy.
Yeah, dude.
Got from Cornwall.
Get the hints,
So anyway, gonna be cool. We are laying some putty down and we're gonna get it sanded out. And we'll see how tired everybody is. Maybe we'll get some primer on it. Maybe we'll get even stupider and get paint on it. I don't know. It might be a really long night. But this truck is roll ready. We've got it plumbed, all the air valves, everything's hooked up in the back except for the tail lights. Everything else is plumbed for air. It's got our lines there for our trailer stuff, but outside of electrical, which the wire is back here for the electrical, but yeah, pretty killer setup. Made it a long ways today. And we did get our drive lines in and stuff. We just want to put those on after we paint. So yeah, I don't know, if we get it primed and painted, then we can start doing way cool stuff. But this is one of those times whenever I talked about how you got to hit a next level in order to get excited again, because we've been so beat down for the last couple days. Sandblast is it. Now everybody's excited except for Trevin.
A little bit on the tired side.
He's a little tired, but the little guy's gonna hang in there. We're feeling good again, so we're gonna get this thing knocked out and yeah, move on to some cool stuff, huh? You're working late with a bunch of cool dudes in a hot rod shop. Katy Perry comes on and everybody's got dance moves. Dude, I don't know what it is about late nights and chick music, but probably more trucks get built listening to that than anything, I would be willing to bet. I don't know, when it's really late, it keeps us alive, I don't know.
taking over for Tristan at the moment because he's doing the work, and he's laying some primer down at the very moment. Primer, how's it turning out, Tristan? Laying nice and smooth.
That looks good.
Heck yeah, Tayden did a hell of a job.
Guys were pretty damn good on that one.
Tayden did a hell of a job with the bodywork right here. Looks smooth as glass. Tristan's doing a hell of a job laying that primer down.
We just finished the primer, got the entire frame primed, inside of the frame, diffs. When it comes to shooting frames, it's extremely difficult shooting frames, mostly because there's so many angles. You can shoot everything and it looks perfect, and you step 2 feet away, completely different angle. You miss spots all the time, and so it's a lot of movement up and down and different angles. And like right now, I missed part of the front of that air tank. So I mean, I've walked over and around this thing so many times, and you still miss little things here and there. But we got the primer down, we'll let it set up, we'll clean our guns. We'll probably hit it with the outside of the frame where we're gonna be most visible. We'll probably hit it with a real light sand, make it smooth up real nice, and then we're gonna shoot color, just get this thing a different color so we can start putting cool stuff on it.
Yeah.
Day 10. Day 10 was a long one. We got a ton done. We just got done painting the frame, so it's like technically early morning of day 11 at this point in time, but just got done shooting the frame. I'll show you what that looks like, but can't wait to pull the plastic tomorrow and really see what the colors will look like together. But pretty killer. So we shot, it's called Rival, but it's the transportation version of Imran, and this was a single stage. Hard to tell in the pictures, but it is a dark, very metallic-y brown. Laid down beautifully though. Maybe that light gives you a little bit of the brown color. But finally painted, all that work to get to this point. And we'll leave it alone now and let this set up. Let that paint cure. And now we can start doing cool stuff. So looking forward to that. And today was a long day, huh, Tayden?
Long day.